could see here, we have a question. We have a question about what I just mentioned earlier. We are asked here to identify the class width, the class midpoints, and class boundaries for a given frequency distribution table. And the frequency distributions are based on the real data from Appendix B. As we could see here from question number 5 on page 53, it's not page 53. Let me check the page. On page 58, chapter 2, we're given the ages of the best actresses when they won the Oscars and the frequency. And here we are being asked to find the class width. And how to find the class width, I have a solution here for everybody. So what you need is a book, your graphing calculator, and a pencil or a pen to write with. And the formula is right there. We have the class width is equals to maximum data value, which is this 89 right here, and minus the minimum, which is a 20, divided by the number of classes, and the number of classes is this. Each set of data, each pair is a class. So you count that, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's how I came up with the 7 right here. And so we're going to put this into the calculator and find out how much the class width is. And so here's my calculator. So we're going to get 89 minus 20 divided by 89 minus 20 divided by 7. And that's a 9.8. That gives us a 9.8. But as we know, we have to round off to the nearest. We have to round this number off to the nearest convenient number. So this is gonna give us a 10 as our class width. So since this is an 8, we round it off, then making it at 10. So as we could see, we could check our answer out here and see, and add this upper number to the next upper number here. You could see that if you add 10 to 20, you're gonna get a 30. If you add 10 to 30, you're gonna get a 40. If you add 10 to 40, you're gonna get a 50. So that's how you check for your answer. And then the next thing we're being asked about is our class midpoints. Our class midpoints means like the middle number, kind of like the median of this data set. And for each class set, for each classes here, we see that 20 to 29. So people, actresses and actors between this age range, their frequency of winning an Oscar was 27, and from 30 to 39 was 34. So now they're asking us to find the class midpoints, and how we solve that. We get 20 plus 29 divided by 2 class midpoints. So what's that middle value between a class? Between these two, what is that middle value? That's pretty much what they're asking for. So we need a graphing calculator. We add 20 to 29 divided by 2, and that's a 24.5. And you continue doing this for each class pair. So you keep going on. 430 plus 39 divided by 2 equals to, then again you repeat the same procedure and get your data in here and insert it into the calculator, divided by 2, and that gives us a 34.5. And so that repeats, and then we go to 40 plus 49 divided by 2, and that's gonna give us a 44.5. So that continues. You continue doing that for each and every one of the classes. And so now they're asking us for the class boundaries. This is the class midpoint. It's 24.5, 34.5, 44.5. I'm sure you all know how to get this now. And we have 54.5 here, 64.5, 74.5, 84, 84.5. And so we're being asked to find the class midpoints, and we did just that right here. As you can see right here, we have the class midpoint right here. And so now they're asking us for the class boundaries, which are these. From here to here, that's a class boundary. From here to here, that's a class boundary. From here to here, it's a class boundary. So we're going to take 29 and 30 and add that together and divide by 2. So 29 plus 30 class. This is class boundary. 29 plus 30. Now again, do not mix this up. The class width and the class boundary. Class width, you're just going to subtract this lower number from the upper number to give you the class width. But for a class boundary, it goes from where the ending, the larger number of the data set and the lower number of the other pair of the data set. So here we're going to take 29 plus 30 divided by 2 to give us, compute that in our calculator. 29 plus 30 divided by 2, and that is going to give us a 29.5. And you repeat the same for this right here. 49 plus 50 divided by 2 is going to give us 49.5. So for our class boundaries, for here 69, you add to 70 and then divided by 2, and that's going to give us a 69. I'm sorry, can you see? 69.5. And so that's how you find our class width